Hi everyone and welcome to the fifth part of my review on the 11 Doctors figure set, and now I shall be reviewing the 5th Doctor figure, which is a re-release of the classic series Wave 1 5th Doctor figure. However, this figure now has the sticker Celery that we have all wanted, and now I'm going to compare this 5th Doctor figure with the original classic series Wave 1 5th Doctor figure. Now, there aren't many differences between these two figures. The most obvious difference is the fact that this 5th Doctor figure from the 11th Doctor set now has a sticker Celery. However, I do think there are some other small differences as well, like the eyes, for example. If we take a look at the eyes on this 5th Doctor figure and the eyes of this 5th Doctor figure, I think they are slightly different in terms of the way they've been painted. Also, the blue line on this 5th Doctor figure's jumper is thinner than the blue line on this 5th Doctor figure's jumper. And I think those are the only differences I needed to point out about these two figures. I think everything else is the same. However, I think the hair might be painted a little bit differently as well. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, now I'm going to start reviewing this figure, and I will also be comparing the sonic screwdrivers later in the video because they are also different. Now, when I reviewed my first 5th Doctor figure, I did say that the 5th Doctor figures didn't have good likenesses to Peter Davison in my opinion. But I have changed my mind. I do think the likenesses to Peter Davison on the figures are actually rather good now, instead of what I thought back in 2008, which is when I thought they hardly looked like him at all. I'm really happy that this 5th Doctor figure has been given a sticker Celery because it's a iconic part of his costume, really. It's like the 11th Doctor's bow tie and the 4th Doctor's long scarf. The figure just wouldn't look right without it. Unfortunately, the original classic series Wave 1 5th Doctor figure we got from Character Options was, as we saw him in Castrovalva, where he didn't wear the Celery until the end of the episode, or the end of the story. But yeah, I'm really happy that we have a Celery on a 5th Doctor figure that isn't a Comic-Con figure, or at least a limited edition figure. However, I do think the sticker Celery on this 5th Doctor figure has a shorter stem than that of the Time Crash set 5th Doctor, and I think the green at the top is slightly different as well. And now if we take a look at the rest of the clothing, we can see that he is wearing a cream jacket which has red going down the sides here, and there's also red on the pockets and sleeves. He's got his cricket jumper here. He's got the white shirt underneath with the little red button and the question marks on the side, which have been very carefully painted onto the sculpt. The sleeves have a lot of creases on them, which help make the jacket look very lifelike. We can see some more red on the back as well. Now, I am just really amazed by how well the trousers on this figure have been painted, because as we can see, the lines going down them are really straight, even though there's a lot of creases towards the bottom here. It's obvious that a lot of time and effort has gone into the painting of them, and if I was working for Character Options and I was asked to paint the striped trousers of the 5th Doctor figure, in my mind it would just look like so much of a challenge, but it's obvious that a lot of time and effort has gone into the painting of this figure's trousers. The straight lines aren't wobbly at all, they are absolutely perfect. They look really nice, and the shoes are also very nice as well. They've got some dirt on them, which helps them look quite realistic. And now I'm going to go through the articulation of this excellent figure. Okay, so the head can turn from side to side. I don't think it can do a 360-degree turn, but there's no need for it. The arms can do a 360-degree turn from the shoulders. They can swivel 360 degrees. The arms can also bend at the elbows, and both hands can swivel 360 degrees. Lower body articulation now. He can turn at the waist 360 degrees. Both legs can go backwards and forwards on the top. Can also move outwards a bit. The legs can also swirl 360 degrees at the thighs, and they can also bend at the knees. Now, before I say my final thoughts on this brilliant figure, I'm going to show you something that I noticed with the prototype pictures of this figure. Now, if we take a look at the image of the prototype of this figure, which is on the back of the packaging for this set, we can see that he is holding a cricket ball in his left hand. Now, I don't know if character did plan to release a cricket ball with any of the 5th Doctor figures, but the cricket ball has also appeared in the prototype images of the San Diego Comic-Con 5th Doctor and Master figure set from the Planet of Fire. And I do know already that the 5th Doctor and Master figure set doesn't feature the cricket ball, so I really don't know why character put the cricket ball in the prototype images of both of these 5th Doctor figures. But it would be nice to see the cricket ball with a 5th Doctor figure sometime in the future. And now I'm going to get back to my thoughts on this figure. And overall, I think it is a really excellent figure. It's really nice that we now have another 5th Doctor figure with the sticker Celery. And it has a very nice likeness to Peter Davison and fantastic detail on the clothing. And out of 10, I give the 5th Doctor figure from the 11th Doctor set a very well earned 10 out of 10 because it is an absolutely brilliant figure and a very nice variant of the 5th Doctor. And now I'm going to compare both of the sonic screwdrivers of these two 5th Doctor figures. As I said before, both of the sonic screwdrivers are slightly different. The one that came with the 5th Doctor from the 11th Doctor set now has a slightly lighter red at the top and also 2 black dots in the middle of the top red bit, and the one that came with the classic series Wave 1 5th Doctor is a darker red at the top and doesn't have the black dots. And out of 10, I give the 5th Doctor's sonic screwdriver from the 11th Doctor set a very well earned 10 out of 10 because it has been very nicely sculpted and painted, and I think it is also nice that it's slightly different to the sonic screwdriver that came with this 5th Doctor figure. I don't know which one out of the two is meant to be more screen accurate, but they are both very nice in my opinion. And that, YouTubers, is all I have to say for this review of this brilliant 5th Doctor figure, and my next review shall be of the 6th Doctor figure from this set.